This was the bottom when they were hewing that.
This is the hewing axe blades then.
That right there, that is what you're looking at. That's the length. And there's some other ones where you can actually get a real good look at it on some of the upper timbers there. And you can tell, you can almost tell the length of the axe that they use. Or the width of the axe, I'm saying.
The width of it, yeah.
Right.
At the head. At the head of it.
Right, so they have a scoring axe that makes these, that's that big, that chops into the depth. Then they use a hewing axe that comes and chops off the big pieces. See right there. That is how huge the blade of the hewing axe was. That's one blade length right there. And the Germans used sometimes what's called a gull wing.
A gull wing?
Gull.
Gull wing
Hewing axe.
hewing axe. Okay.
Right. And I don't know for sure, but that blade's over 10 inches.
Right there.
Right. So
I
that
don't
means
have a ruler on me, but yeah.
Yeah, that's my finger. From my finger to my thumb is 10 inches, and that's longer than 10.
Wow.
So that means the blade on that hewing axe was wider than 10 inches. See what I'm saying? So look at here's the width of the scoring axe. Right? So they go down the log, they take the scoring axe and chop to the depth that they wanted. Then they come back along with the hewing axe and go and chop that big piece off. Right? And that's what you're seeing here.
To finish it off.
You can tell that this log was laying down like this, and the guy was like this, going like that.
And methodically hacking down the way.
Well, here's your score mark. So you chop into the log where the score mark is, and then you come with the hewing axe, and you chop off the rest of the wood to the depth of your score. Right, and that's the actual blade right there.
That's huge.
Oh yeah,
it's absolutely huge.
So you have two axes when you're doing it, but this is the width of your scoring. You see, it wasn't a real big axe to set the depth. So they went down this thing. He went down. You can see what he was doing. He went chop, 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 all the way down the log. Then he comes back with the hewing axe, with the big, huge, broad blade, and there it is again. There's your hewing axe. So this one,
this is the blade.
He was standing right here. That's the hewing axe. That's the mark from the hewing axe. Yeah, on every one of these. And these top ones are single timbers, 30 feet long. Oh, so they had a log that was 30 feet long, and it was round when they started. They went down with a scoring axe, the whole length of that log. Came back with a hewing axe, hewed one side flat.
Turned it around, and started with the next side.
Down the other.
And they would save everything, right? They would save scraps. They would save bits and pieces of wood for this kind of thing, for the doweling. And they would break everything down, never throwing anything away until it was all done.
They would save those scraps for fuel. But the pegs are a whole different thing. The pegs are riven. So you got a round log like this, and then you cut square blanks out of that. And then you take a drawed horse and a draw knife, and you make them into squares. I have one of the original pegs. We have one complete original peg.
Ooh.
You gotta see that.
Yes.
Because all the other ones are broken off.
Right underneath that cable, right where it keeps that. That scout. Right underneath that bar.
Okay, now these are the ones that we made. And we made them the same way. We took a block of wood, drew out squares, split it into little squares, and shaved them down to the right size. Now let me show you what the original one looks like. Only the Germans put square pegs in round holes.
And they make it work too.
And they make it work. Well, your New England timber frames and that usually will have an octagonal.
An octagonal, yeah, peg square. This is the original museum house here. That's the one room we were talking about before. Built at least during the Erie Canal era and then transferred here in the 1840s.
There's one of the original pegs right there. And you can see, like, this was not sawed out. It was split out or riven. You see how that?
Yeah.
See the
it's a clear
lines in it?
break. It's a clear.
So it's stronger that way. If you sawed out squares,
You make little weaknesses.
it wouldn't be as strong because you'd be cutting across the grain. And here's the ones that we did. We did the same thing. You see how it follows the grain, and then we shape it into it. And so this one might have been a short one because they and you can see right there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 whacks, and they put the point on it.
Huh.
You know, but that's here's the artifact. We're going to save this one to put in the museum.
Oh yeah. Very nice. Well, thank you for the tour, by the way. I was just on my way to work, and I figured stop by. You're
I'm John McNamara.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yep. And we're going to be showing some other members of the board tomorrow night at 7:30. I'm going to try to go around with them and show them some of the details and like that.
Oh, at 7:30. So okay.
Yeah, that's what John.